Welcome everyone, my name is Petr Koutný. I'm going to show a really exciting game coming from the World Team Blitz Championship 2025, and let's enjoy the game between Hikaru Nakamura playing with white pieces and Richard Rapport playing with black pieces. I believe that the final stage of this game is exciting, small mistake and everything is gone. So let's welcome, let's enjoy, and let's start. Nothing special happened. I believe that in Blitz game it's important to surprise our opponents. So both players are playing normal looking games, maybe not the main lines, but anyway it doesn't matter. What's matter is maybe the center. Let's watch the center, because white pawn on e4 is only one central pawn. Let's speak about the white's advantage in the center. If nothing, the center belongs to white. So knight d7 and queen c2, c5. Beautiful placed light squares bishop on g2. Very well placed d4 pawn, and what's more important, rook on f1 is doing nothing. So Hikaru Nakamura is going to place this rook to d1, where he believed this file is going to be open. So it's a simple move, but a strong move. So rook d1, and just watch this file. Maybe the queen on d8 is not under attack. It's not in a danger, but it's healthy to not stay there, and that's why Richard Rapport immediately leaving the file and is going to play move queen b8. Safety first, and that's a good plan. So queen b8 happened, queen d3, exchange on d4 and queen c3. Still I believe in a white's advantage. Say why? Maybe white's pieces are more active, more danger, and I believe that this queen together with bishop and rook are working nicely together. So black played now rook c8 and again. Now black placed rook to c file, where is sitting white's queen, and as we understand, that's unhealthy to white. So white immediately is going to leave this file and played queen a1. That's something what is good to remember. Never ever stay with our queen where our opponent has a rook. So queen a1, bishop g4, black is going to attack pawn on e2, white is defending, bishop d7, nothing special happened. That's a threat. Maybe now bishop on f1 is looking to rook on a6, and black has to be careful. Firstly, he is going to exchange bishops, and secondly, he is going to leave this pin. So rook a7 makes sense, e5, d5, and knight e3. It's important understand that square on d4 is important for this knight, and this knight is going to jump to d4. This position has pawn structure not far from French defense, and for this reason bishop e6, knight f3, black is going to improve knight on f5, one exchange, and knight d4, bishop d7, bishop g2 is coming, pawn on d5 is under fire, so e6, maybe no more pawn weaknesses, but a little bit more passive black's bishop on d7, rook d1, and finally h4 and h5. That's a blunder. Maybe I was faster, and maybe it was hard to understand everything what's going on. So now I'm going to slow down and I'm going to show you what's going on, because right now this position is going to be exciting. h5 move is a big blunder, and now Hikaru Nakamura is a lucky man, because Richard Rapport is going to miss this simple looking move, knight b3. Okay, white's queen is under attack, and at the same time rook on c3 is under attack as well. So say maybe rook b3, white lost exchange, and I believe without any compensation. And the same story is in case maybe in this line where black is going to eat rook on c3, and black is up an exchange. That's a big advantage. And I am surprised that black missed this chance and took on b3. So now knight e4 after a few more exchange. Finally knight e2, and the threat is on the board. Black is missing dark square's bishop, and just imagine that black's king is maybe not in safe squares without his dark square's bishop. So rook b8 happened, h6 and knight f4. Finally queen c1, and the losing mistake is queen g5. Since now Richard Rapport is without any chance, and we have chance to enjoy the last few moves of this game. Just remember, that's a blitz game, so mistakes and blunders are allowed, but still it's amazing to follow this game till end. Knight d5, and hey, white, wait for a while. What's going on? Why? For example, this move, it's not working because knight f6 check, and what to do? Everything is wrong for black's king. If black's king is going to h8, I believe that is losing at least one pawn, maybe on e4 or on f7, and this position is terribly bad for black. Okay, if black is going to f8, he's losing a pawn on h7, and that's unhealthy. So in both variations, black is losing pawn and maybe is lost. So I understand why Rapport took on e5, and maybe he believed that he is absolutely fine, but he is wrong. Check on e7 and knight c8. First checkmate threat on d8. So now black has to be careful, but believe me, it's too late. Bishop d3 makes sense, but queen c6, another checkmate threat. Okay, black has to be careful, but queen c7, and that's it, game over. Now it's impossible to defend d8 square. Only one way how black should do it is queen g5, but at the end he is losing rook on b8. It was a wonderful blitz game and a beautiful tactical variation at the end. So Hikaru Nakamura won this game, and I hope that you enjoyed this game and this video. And if yes, just feel free and press like or press follow, and see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye bye.